Hello, welcome to the Hey Steph podcast. This is the inaugural episode, the first
That's a big word.
episode of the Hey Steph podcast. I'm Justin. This is Steph.
Hi.
Hey Steph.
Hey, Justin.
How are you?
Doing well. Happy
Podcast
day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's podcast. We were pretty excited all day. Well, I was. I don't know about Steph. She probably had to actually do like real work.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I did.
I didn't. All I did was think about
I
podcasts.
sent you a happy
Podcast.
podcast.
Yeah. That was
You're
nice.
welcome.
Yeah. Unfortunately, from the podcast world, we can't see our sweet logo up top because I cannot figure out how camera angles work.
But
it's right there.
I'll just do this.
Yeah. And you can find that stuff at schmickstuff.com. No, it's a plug. We want to thank our sponsor for this podcast before we get rolling. It is the Schmick Agency. Weird. Schmick Agency is sponsoring our podcast. Oh, nice guy. He bought all of this equipment. Yeah. So home, auto, life, business insurance, all insurance needs you have, call the Schmick Agency. 920-718-0163 or go to schmickagency.com.
I feel like you need a jingle.
No.
I'll make you one.
Thank you. Please do.
Welcome.
So today, one thing to remember because on our podcast, we also have Facebook Live going. So if you want to see our podcast happening as it's happening, you join into our Facebook, follow me.
To the fun.
Yeah, follow me, Justin Schmick, on Facebook. For our Facebook Live crew that's here, thank you so much for your support. I'm feeling it. Thank you for your support. And like I said earlier, everybody that shares this live on Facebook with the hashtag Hey Steph enters for a chance to win a lovely Hey Steph mug. We're going to give out that merch. The Steph loves that word merch. So we're going to give out 2 of those. So if you do share it and hashtag it, I'm going to creep into your DMs and ask for your address. So we're going to send it to you.
Stop saying the creep. Maybe creep bugs me too.
Slide.
Oh.
That's worse, isn't it?
I think I have I have word issues.
You do have word issues. What was the other thing I said today? That
jelly.
Jelly, yeah, because people are jelly. Because you can say you need peanut butter to go with that jelly.
Which I said I'm gonna give him jars of peanut butter to pass out.
Oh
yeah,
it must be jelly. Here's some peanut butter.
Peanut butter to go
smash that up.
But the problem is that I have same with merch. Let me explain my issue. Well, this one. It's just an extra syllable that you're cutting off. I don't understand why are you ruining the word? Like this could be a whole nother podcast.
It's 2 more syllables.
Okay, well, jealous and jelly, that one. But this could be a whole nother episode, is that words lose their meaning because people just use them all the time and they use them inappropriately and then they don't mean anything.
Hate it. Hate it. I don't like that way to look at things.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Well, how do you look at it then?
I look at it as
overused.
It's what? No.
Yeah.
It's not overused. Merch isn't overused. What if everybody said merchandise? What if everybody said merchandise? We'd be like, oh, I hate people saying
that. Would be the official word. It's okay.
Okay. We're not going to agree on this one.
No, we'll do it out in a podcast.
Okay. Or a cage match. Either one.
Yeah, I will win.
Sure. Speaking of things that upset
anger,
you. Yeah.
Aggression.
Today's episode, the very first episode of the Hey Steph podcast.
Girl.
Yeah, I said that.
No,
I want to just keep coming on. Okay. No, I'm putting mirrors here. Yeah.
Yeah. See you today.
This is about haters.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about haters. Because once you, it's going to sound bad, but once you get a few followers on the social media world and the social media land.
I like when you put the in front of it.
Yeah, like the Facebook.
Like it's official.
Justin Timberlake said not to put the.
I love Justin Timberlake.
Once you start getting
that'll be another podcast.
And you start putting yourself out there.
Yes.
You do end up getting people that say mean things.
Sure. Just to be clear, it's not just in the social media world.
No,
I mean, it's in life. I think the second you start to put yourself out there, you become vulnerable.
Yeah.
And people can come at you.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that today and how to deal with it. First, we're going to cover some of the fun comments that I found today. I searched back through probably 1.5 years of videos.
1.5 years?
Oh, yeah. And then through all the comments.
No, you didn't do anything today.
This is what I did.
This is it.
But yeah, and I found, some of the highlighted ones. There were some that had swear words that I didn't want to put on.
No.
Some had swear words in here, but I put effing instead.
Cool.
So I thought maybe effing would be better.
Can I hold it?
Yeah. Do you want to read some of them?
Do you want me to?
I feel like you'd really like to. You could just start at the top.
Sure. Okay.
So these are things that have literally been posted on our videos. I only went through Facebook. I didn't even go through Instagram.
Oh, are
Or
there more on there?
oh yeah, well they're way meaner on Instagram.
Right.
I don't. I want to say, but you don't like the word
Jelly.
because they jelly.
No, we'll cover that. We'll cover that. Let's cover that.
We'll cover that a little later.
Oh, okay, sure.
Let's go through the fun part first.
Please no, I didn't type. I didn't write these.
Yeah, I will.
No, I know, but I'm
Oh,
saying like
you did.
I didn't go on.
No.
Oh, Justin.
Only 60% of the ones were from Steph. Yeah, just through text message.
Direct.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Okay, here are some of the comments. Do you want me to read them all? There's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And if this is only okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're only 6 minutes in. We got a half hour.
Here we go. Just give up. You can't even have the lady. You can't even have the lady walk on the correct side.
Now, this stems from where you walk in comparison to where I walk when we do our little walking down the sidewalk videos. People have a very big problem with you being on the outside.
Well, in truth, it didn't. I think okay. I was aware of the sidewalk. Okay, only because my grandpa. Okay, but in truth, if Justin told me where to walk, I'd tell Justin where to go.
You should tell me right where to shove it.
While it may stem from a gallant, you know,
It's not.
stem from a good place, I would take offense. Like, what? You don't think I can handle myself? And then plus, then the other thing is he's delicate, so
Dainty.
he's very dainty,
A delicate flower.
and so I think I am better suited to walk on the outside. I'm sturdier and can protect more.
Here's my problem, and it's just science on this one. Okay, everybody's like, "Well, you're protecting her if a car comes." Well, listen, if a car comes, she's going to get hit by a 220-pound man and then a car. Wouldn't it be better if she got hit by the car and then landed on a poofy 220-pound man?
Yeah, he's fluffy.
I'm a fluffy landing spot.
Right.
Not really looking out for you.
Right.
All right, next
Thank
one.
you. That could be another. We could do something about misconceptions. Dumb all around, stupid. More Steph, less Justin. I would like a disclaimer on that saying nobody needs that.
Yeah, Steph wrote that one.
Oh,
You know, when it comes to those,
right there.
yeah, when it comes to those dumb, all around, stupid, you're stupid, like these jokes are stupid, we can skip most of those because it's like there's a lot of them that just say that.
Oh, you want me to just read the?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do. But just to like, for me, it's like my answer to that every time is yep. That's the whole. That's what we're for. They're all stupid jokes.
That's stupid. Kind of a.
Yeah, sometimes
like a funny stupid.
Well, some of them I didn't put down because it's that stupid, ha 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 emojis or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then there's other ones like that's stupid and you're stupid.
Sure.
And probably in some things I am stupid. They're probably not wrong. I don't know exactly what they're talking about though. Maybe the joke. Maybe
Sometimes
other things.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's funny. How fake can this be? She's laughing before the punchline. Didn't you realize? Okay, I'm just guessing.
That's
that says
exactly
realize.
how it was written.
Sure, I know, but I'm guessing. No, I believe you. I'm just saying.
It's realize.
Realize.
Yeah.
Peaches are in produce. Not like you can't find that. Show your ignorance. First of all, from a grammar standpoint, and I am a grammar Nazi, I apologize, but none of that is necessary. But
we're not going to read any names out of any of these people. We're not trying to review specific things. So you know. Yeah.
But sometimes not. The times I'm laughing before he tells the joke, I've not heard the joke. I don't hear the joke.
Yeah.
I don't know which one.
Well, for this specific one, that was
Yeah.
for the one that in the grocery store where you figured it out early and you were super proud of yourself. Yeah, that's that one.
Yourself.
You got to read the next one.
Say that, either you've messed up and then I laugh because he's messed up, or I say something really funny beforehand and then I'm giggling because I'm funny.
Yeah, you think you are.
I'm so funny.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. Okay. Oh, good Lord. Yes, this I will agree with. Justin would do just fine without Steph. Her voice is agonizing. It is. It sounds like a 12-year-old. My mom used to think I was my younger sister. When I would call her, she'd be like, Laura? No, Steph.
I don't see it that way, but.
Oh, well, I'm just saying,
yeah.
Everybody's got opinions.
Yep.
Talk about beating a dead horse. You just do the same thing over and over and over. And
period.
Please get some new original material.
I take a specific small amount of offense to this. not because of the words that were said, but because
Oh,
of
I do.
when
I've
we
got
when we
ant.
when we do like new material, like the egg thing,
Mhm.
nobody wants to see that. They want to see us standing
That's
here telling
accurate.
jokes to each other.
That is very
I'm just
accurate.
doing what the people ask for.
Yes. And also from a marketing standpoint, the over and over and over, you find a brand, you find what works for you, and you run with it. That's the whole point. So I feel like some of these, if you just break it down, it's just science.
Mhm.
Stop doing horrible joke telling. You get it. Sorry,
I disagree. I'm amazing at telling horrible jokes.
Sure, and I also it wasn't emphasized. I should not emphasize.
You did emphasize.
I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just came out. I got
really felt that.
Really did.
But I see. No, I disagree with that. I'm great at telling horrible jokes. That's great. Yeah.
I think that should be a T-shirt. It's not funny. How real men think he is a sissy for letting his wife or girlfriend walk closest to the road. If a car slash water slash.
I don't know.
If
I think it's splash, maybe.
Oh, maybe because I didn't say slash.
It's supposed to be
it's
splash.
Spelled out
Yeah,
slash.
but it's not.
If a car slash water or comes up on the curb, it is going to hit me first.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This made make me less of a man, but I don't want to get hit with water. If it's water, it's fine.
I know. Yeah, I am much hardier and sturdier than this one. That's science.
It's true.
Yes. Old joke. Put your phone away.
The next one's pretty good. This is from that German joke.
9 means no in German. 2. Also, that should be.
Yep.
Okay. Too bad they don't know what funny means in America. Also,
he should have said English. That would have really made that
and
good.
Yeah.
So
stupid. Dumb video. Wasted my time.
Like waste. He spelled it wrong. I'm just saying, if you're gonna dig at me, just Google the word first to make sure you got it right.
Well, I think here's part of it. Like, 'cause again, everybody can have their own opinion. And I'm not scrolling through these, just going through these. Everybody can have their own opinion. And you're welcome to it. But I know if I'm going to have an opinion, positive or negative.
Boss lady's calling. I gotta hang up on her. There we go.
Hey, but I'm gonna, because this is out there forever. You can even try and delete it, but it can be brought up. So I think that is a very important thing to remember.
Yeah. Some of the things, and I commented on some of these people's comments, replied to them. Some of the things that you say or that you type out, you should probably just leave in the brain. Like, if you think it should, maybe you should just stay up there. You know what I mean? Just because you're thinking it doesn't mean you should type it out and put it off in the world.
Actually, a lot of times, less is more.
Yeah, true.
A lot. I find it. I mean, I speak a lot of words. Ask my kids. Ask Justin. I say a lot of words. She does. I really do.
It's never ending. On the waste of time, because there's a couple more of these that say that. That's my time now, and you can't have it back.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's mine. I own it.
Not what.
TM.
No, I know, but self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed.
I was trying to think of that.
Have it back.
Yeah, that's a T-shirt waiting to happen. These say dumb, worthless video. This one, I realize this isn't what they typed, but from now on, this is what I'm going to type. They put the puke emoji a couple times, and Justin just typed puke emoji, puke emoji, puke emoji.
Yeah, puke emoji.
And from now on, that's what I'm going to say because it makes me giggle.
This one, I don't know if we should read that one or not. It seems like somebody was having some kind of a issue.
Yeah, I don't.
And it didn't have anything to do with any of the jokes that I had on there. So sometimes people just kind of put their issues out.
Say things. Yeah. But maybe they didn't know they were on that one. Maybe. Waste of time. Some are as dumb as they look.
Agreed.
Cheers.
Agreed.
You have to come up with something different. You're getting boring. Literally everyone doing a video about nothing. Shake my head. Need a hobby.
This is my hobby.
It is.
Yeah.
I
spent the entire day researching how to get all this done and typing all this stuff up. So it is my hobby.
Horrible acting. Literally, there's no acting.
There's no acting.
So yes, horrible acting.
You know what? I replied to that when I said my SAG card would disagree with you. Why? I'm not a screen actor.
Oh, well. Where you guys are running out of ideas. You need to effing grow up and find a new career. Again, hashtag hobby. Dude is so unfunny. I feel for this poor girl that she has to put up with thing kook.
This kook.
That's his thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Steph, am I forcing you to do this at any point?
Blink twice for
Do
yes.
I not call you sometimes and be like, you don't have to do one?
Yeah, I recently had some reasons, personal reasons but okay, like some of you guys say, like it's funny. It's a bright spot in my day. Like, I mean, I didn't say you were.
I'm part of it.
Yeah. Well, and I like routine.
Sure.
I do. So don't take all the credit.
Okay. Well, just read the last one and then we'll finish.
I want to talk about this one here.
Okay.
Stupid to wear a skirt in cold weather.
Oh.
I live in Wisconsin. 99% of the time it's cold. And
now, are you sure they weren't talking to me on this one?
Oh, that's true. That one time when you, yeah.
Yeah.
Would be. Okay, the last one. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll finish up with it.
Sure. Do something new. We've seen these on other pages. You're just being stupid now. I hope Steph tells you that. I'm sure you can't read.
Can't even read.
He says, no, first of all, we went to the same school. So we both got the same education.
Yeah.
So if I can read, he can read.
Sure.
And also, I mean, that's actually kind of funny. I mean, I know it was funny.
Yeah. All right. So we read through all those. We'll come back after the break because we have to break for our sponsor in the web.
You have a jingle?
No, but I do have a commercial that will be playing the audio.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to take a quick break to get a word from our sponsor, the Schmick Agency. So we will be back in 30 to 40 seconds.
Deal.
Boom.
Hear that? It's your insurance rates ticking upward. Those big companies need to pay for sponsorships and spokespeople somehow, but it shouldn't come out of your pocket. Turn to Justin Schmick, your independent insurance agent. He'll review your insurance needs and point you in the right direction without all those high-pressure sales tactics. And with Schmick on your team, you won't be just another tick for the big companies. I'm Justin Schmick. Call me at 920-718-0163, 920-718-0163, or visit schmickagency.com.
We're back from our break. Thank you again to the Schmick Agency for sponsoring the podcast.
Thank you.
So now we're on to what do we do about this? Like, how do we process, not only just on social media, but how do we process
in life,
sure, haters or people that are, as soon as you start trying to do something different or new or exciting.
I don't even think it has to be different. It's something new, something that just to preface, because it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be literally just, getting a new haircut or getting a new job or, getting new shoes. I realize those are all very superficial. I didn't mean it like that. But I think it's just.
That's my kids.
That's just one of them.
Yeah. Penny, please leave the garage. Thanks.
So nice.
But anyways, yeah.
But it doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be something as small as, rearranging your desk, and people are like, what,
Yeah, different. Yeah.
Different.
But I think sometimes when you start to move up or you start to see some success, you get those people that will come in and try to undercut that success.
Sure.
Right? By hateful comments or trying to start things.
Sure.
Rumors and things of that nature.
Personally too, I feel like sometimes when I don't even think success, I think when you find, I guess maybe that's personal success, things that you find a new path, you find something new that works for you, and when you are comfortable with that, I think sometimes that irritates people too, and then they bring out the comments and
So what are some ways do you think that work for you to deal with stuff like that?
Well, first, I eat a box of donuts.
Okay.
And that
works. Free Quick Trip. In case they want to sponsor us.
Oh, with the sprinkles? Yeah. Okay. But for real, I'm an emotional eater, and that is my first go-to.
Not really the healthiest way to eat things.
People think that there's don't think there's one right or wrong way. It's whatever works for you. And I'm realizing how unhealthy that is, but still, I think then it's important to I eat the box of donuts. Okay. And then I have this mental, I don't call it a breakdown, but like argument almost with myself, where like, I wonder, like, are they right? Is this a thing? And then you realize, no, it is I'm doing the right thing, and I'm not, if you're not hurting anybody, you're on the right path.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if you're not messing with somebody else or hurting them, I think then, like, at the end of the day, if you're doing the right thing, then really it kind of doesn't matter what anybody else says.
Exactly.
Yes, that is something, honestly, that's something that Justin has taught me over the last couple of years.
Tried to.
It's, yeah. I got a thick skull.
Yeah.
This is why I walk on that side of the road.
Sure. That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're 100% right on that. I think something that it's all about making sure that you have the right mindset when you're dealing with things like this. Right. So you got to understand that they're not mad at you, or they don't think that you suck. Or maybe they do, but they're expressing that because they're upset about other things in their life.
Projection.
It's projection.
There's a fancy word.
So as long as you understand that it's like, you're probably so-and-so, you're probably having a really tough time, and you can have a little bit of empathy towards them. It helps you to really deal with that a lot more. Like for me, like all these comments, some of them I think are funny. I just laugh it off because I think it's hilarious in some of them. But some of them, like I will feel it for a second. Mm-hmm. When I get those,
it's important to remember.
I'll feel it.
Well, right, because I think sometimes, when people are like, I think there's a lot of things about self-help now, or even just getting help, which I think I'm all for. Go to a counselor if you need to. Go talk to people. I talk to my people, talk a lot. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But I think it's important to remember that it's okay to feel it. Like you almost have to feel it. I think you have to let it. You have to. I don't mean embrace. But like you have to let that sink in. You have to let the negative feelings sink in to process it and let it out. Because otherwise, if you just shove it away, it's going to keep coming back.
You got to explain to yourself why this happened, right? So that's what you're talking about. Like if you're not doing anything wrong, like you didn't do anything, like let's say just for example in our videos, like we don't say anything mean about anybody. We don't swear. We don't. We toe a pretty tight line as far as that goes. So for people to be upset with what we're posting, I find that hard to believe that it's because of what we're posting. You know what I mean? Like
it's gotta be.
You're just mad that something's wrong for you, and you're upset, and you're projecting it on me, and that's okay. Like I don't mind being that. Like I can handle it.
Yes.
Like as far as this goes, or like
no, and I think that's the thing. I think a lot of it too is realizing. We are very, very grateful for everybody, but I think realizing like whose opinion really counts to you. Do you know what I mean? Like personally, and I think too, this is something that with this, like I'm so grateful for everybody and realizing, at the end of the day, like this is what I've started saying to my kids, like, are you proud of you? Because I can be proud of you all day. But if you're not proud of you, then anything I say to you, good or bad, doesn't really matter, so I think good and bad, like be proud of yourself. If you're doing the right thing and you're doing what you feel like you're supposed to be doing in life, and again, you're not hurting anybody, good for you.
Yeah. I don't know if I read this or I saw it somewhere or what, but I saw something that said, take the time to write down 10 to 20 people in your life that if tomorrow they showed up and said, I hate you for what you're doing, you would be devastated. And if somebody says something mean to you and they're not one of those 10 to 20 people, don't worry about it.
Right.
Because it's not going to end your world if somebody doesn't like you. And of course, very happy that we have like all these followers and people like for all these negative comments that are on here, there was 100 positive for each one of these at least, which is amazing. And it's so great to read through those, especially when you see the negative ones and then like the next 100 are positive.
Right.
And it's great. It's great that us doing dumb jokes helps, and that we really appreciate it. But to be honest with you, like if you're not part of the 10 to 15 that I've written down,
you said that to me before.
does not make a difference to me.
And
Like I get that you're mad and I'll be sad about it probably, but it's not going to devastate me. So
right. And I think when you said that, that's really it's kind of a game changer. I think that's the thing you have to, along in this process of whatever whatever you've been teaching me.
Yeah, I'm a guru.
Look at you in the woods. In this process, I've realized that maybe before I didn't totally validate my own thoughts about myself. And I think that's why sometimes it's easier to get in. Because if you don't have a not sound mind, but if you don't have a sound picture of what you believe and who you trust and who you validate,
Yeah.
Anybody can get in.
Well, and not to sound corny, but if you're not one of those people on that list of 20 people, you're doing it wrong. Like you have to be the
I think I was on the list.
Yeah, she's not. For sure. I love Steph. But if she came tomorrow and said, I hate this and I don't want to do this anymore, I'd be sad, but I wouldn't. It's okay.
Just daily occurrence.
Yeah. It's okay. Like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would never, the main part is like, make sure that no matter what you're doing, don't do anything bad. Like, don't be mean. As long as you're doing good things and you're being a good person, it doesn't matter what other people think.
Here's what I tell my children, because they like to argue with each other.
Mm-hmm. We got to wrap up here.
Well, what I was going to say is I tell them, feel your feelings as long as you don't hurt anybody physically or emotionally. Feel them, process your feelings, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But once you start to emotionally or physically hurt somebody, that's wrong. So you need to, but I think that's why it's important too, to know what you believe.
Yeah.
You matter. What was that?
Oh,
that was like I was like, that's like a Power Ranger thing. I don't know. That was like a pirate move.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, I think that really kind of concludes our first episode. We talked about haters today. We covered some hater comments.
Every time you say haters, I think of Kanye West, Stronger.
Nice
Song.
He's gonna hate. And we talked about some things that we do. I mean, we're not psychologists or psychiatrists or anything. This is just what we do to deal with it. And just covered a couple of those things. So I think that was, for a first podcast, not too terrible. I'm sure the haters will come on and tell us if it was bad or not.
But that'll help. Then everybody can look at that and process it.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you again to our sponsor, the Schmick Agency. Thank you all for tuning in on the Facebooks and on the other channels. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify along with Facebook. If you have any thoughts about what you would like us to talk about, please feel free to comment underneath here or comment on our live, and we will we'll certainly do that. Each episode that we do will have a giveaway available. So as long as you are sharing our live on Facebook with the hashtag HeySteph, you have a chance to win some merch. It might not always be mugs, but this week it's going to be mugs. So you'll see us.
Be this one.
You'll see us twice a month, right? The last week of the month and the first week.
That we're doing second and fourth
week of the month. Yeah, that sounds right. So it won't be on any specific day. Our schedules are kind of messy. So you'll know ahead of time. I'll post it on Facebook and then you'll see it pop up on YouTube or anything else. So thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Hey Steph podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.